Picture this. The glitz, the glamour, red carpet lights, flashes from paparazzi cameras, shimmering gowns and tailored tuxes, champagne colliding in crystal flutes. It's premiere night for Marty Supreme, and excitement buzzes through Hollywood. Then, a hush, a name goes unuttered, a title withheld, and suddenly, what should be a night of celebration becomes a whispering storm. But before we continue, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for updates. Imagine being introduced with every accolade, except the one you've earned. Being in the same room as someone who subtly, or not so subtly, refuses to acknowledge your title. Infuriating, right? Now imagine you're publicly known as a Duchess, and the person beside you, a major Hollywood star who declines to say the word. It's the kind of moment that sparks speculation, gossip, and outrage. If that happened at Marty Supreme's premiere, and if, as some tabloids whispered, it did, it could set off a serious cultural and media firestorm. So what really went down? And what does it tell us about celebrity, identity, and respect for titles in a world obsessed with status? Let's dive deeper. But fair warning, by the end, you might be asking yourself, who really lost face? And who lost respect? Marty Supreme is the highly anticipated 2025 film, a gritty sports drama about a table tennis legend, directed by Josh Safdie, and starring Timothée Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow in leading roles. The film has already generated buzz, not only for its stylish 1950s aesthetic and intense storytelling, but also because it marks Paltrow's return to serious acting after years away from major roles. Wikipedia. On December 8, 2025, the Los Angeles premiere at the Samuel Goldwyn Theater attracted a star-studded crowd. Paltrow walked the red carpet in a custom strapless gown from her own fashion label, Gwen, paired with Cartier jewelry and minimal luxury styling that's become her signature. Yahoo News. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, or at least outside Tinseltown spotlight, Meghan Markle, the popular former actress turned social entrepreneur and royal title holder, remains a constant topic of tabloid discussion. With her Netflix show and public ventures, she's entrenched in public view. Though she reportedly was not at the Marty Supreme premiere, here's where things get murky. In the weeks following the premiere, rumors began swirling. Some outlets claimed that Paltrow, when addressing a mixed celebrity audience or social media cameras, purposely avoided using Duchess in reference to Meghan. Supposedly, that small omission, intentional or not, was interpreted as disrespect. The rumor quickly evolved. Meghan Markle fuming. Gwyneth shades the Duchess. Red carpet cold shoulder. But as of now, there is no verified public statement from either Paltrow or Markle. Nor is there credible documentation, videos, attendees, insiders, showing that such a moment occurred. Major outlets covering the premiere focused on fashion, family. Paltrow's son made his red carpet debut, and the film itself, not a royal title dust-up. Still, headlines don't always wait for facts, and the buzz, real or not, offers a window into the public's fascination with celebrity status, identity, and respect. Titles carry meaning, whether royal, academic, professional, or honorary. They convey identity, achievement, and social role. For someone like Meghan Markle, Duchess isn't just a word. It symbolizes a life lived between tradition and modern scrutiny, duty and reinvention. When someone publicly refuses to use a title, intentionally or not, it can feel like erasure. It triggers questions. Are you denying their identity? Are you rejecting their legitimacy? In celebrity culture especially, a world that thrives on status and labels, such omissions can sting. That's why this rumor packs punch. It's not just about a social slight. It's about identity, recognition, and whether one person acknowledges another's place in a complicated social hierarchy. In 2025, celebrity coverage isn't confined to red carpet cameras or tabloids. It thrives on snippets, whispers, and social media conjecture. A miscaptioned photo, a throwaway comment, or a missing title can spiral into hot takes, memes, and hours-long debate threads. When the refusal to say Duchess story hit, it spread fast. Fans of Markle saw it as confirmation of elitist prejudice. Critics of headlines saw another example of media exaggeration. Others just saw juicy drama. The rumor became a meme even before any actual evidence surfaced. In effect, the rumor highlights how a simple, perhaps innocent, Omission can be weaponized by a public hungry for conflict. Identity becomes entertainment. Feeling disrespected becomes a viral headline. And whether valid or not, the damage, in perception, can be done. Let's separate the documented facts from the rumors, because the truth, or at least what we know for certain, matters. Look, human beings are naturally drawn to stories of conflict, betrayal, and social slight. Whether in history, fiction, or our own lives, drama captivates us. A rumor of a title snub at a Hollywood premiere gives us a juicy narrative to chew on. It's a rich people drama with all the elements: glamour, power, status, identity, and a hint of moral superiority. Add a royal connection, and you've got all the ingredients for sensational headlines. Even without evidence, the rumor alone becomes enough to fuel outrage. You might argue titles are old-fashioned in a world that preaches equality. But the reaction to this rumor shows they still carry weight. When someone refuses to address another by their formal title, especially a royal one, it feels like a denial of respect, a refusal to acknowledge status, history, or identity. For many, that's not trivial, it's personal. It may feel unfair. It may feel vindictive. And even if nothing happened, the implication can sting. A film premiere is supposed to be about the movie, but spice it up with a subplot, even a speculative one, and people lean in. Social media thrives on it. Everyone picks a side. Is Paltrow being disrespectful? Is this just clickbait? Is Markle overreacting before anything even happened? That polarization, that energized debate, that's fuel for engagement. And engagement drives headlines, tweets, memes, articles. The rumor becomes a product, whether or not it's real. A moment like that could significantly affect how people view both women. Fans of Markle might see it as disrespectful, a symbolic snub, intentional or not. It could ignite calls for social accountability. It could drive hotter divides in public opinion. Meanwhile, Paltrow might face backlash from those seeing her as elitist or insensitive. Even if nothing else changes, public images can shift in an instant. Imagine tabloids, talk shows, tweet storms, TikTok reels. People love drama. "Did you see what she did?" becomes the tagline. Memes surface. Hashtags emerge. A simple omission transforms into trending news. Even if neither woman says a word, the public reaction can take on a life of its own. Context gets lost. Emotion takes over. Facts become background noise. Titles and social status aren't just window dressing. They often come with responsibilities, expectations, and reputational value. If the snub is perceived as real, it could strain relationships, celebrity collaborations, social circles, public goodwill, even business ventures might be affected. And the worst part? Sometimes perception overshadows reality. Even disputed rumors can leave marks on reputations that are hard to erase. Whether or not the snub happened, the fact that people care about it says something. Titles, identity markers, social roles, they still matter in how we perceive and treat each other, even in modern times. This rumor forces us to reflect. How do we treat people publicly? How much importance do we give to their identity? A title isn't just a label. For some, it's a representation of history, sacrifice, and identity. Right now, this story relies on hearsay. There's no video, no direct quotes, no verified source. It's a classic example of rumor propagation. As consumers of media, we must ask, where's the evidence? Who benefits from the narrative? Is this clickbait or credible reporting? Learning to question sensational headlines, that's real power. It helps us avoid jumping on drama before the facts are clear. This scenario shows how identity, titles, emotion, feelings of respect or disrespect, and gossip, tabloids, social media can combine into a storm. And often, the storm drowns out nuance. What might have been a small, possibly accidental, omission transforms into a full-blown scandal in public imagination. In a world where perception often outweighs truth, understanding that dynamic is important, not just for celebrities, but for anyone navigating social spaces, public life, or community online. Let's flip the script. What if there was never a refusal to say Duchess? What if the entire rumor was born from a misunderstanding, a misheard name, a camera angle that excluded someone, or simply sensationalism magnifying a moment that never existed? In that case, the real story becomes one of gossip gone wild. A demonstration of how quickly rumors morph into truth in the age of social media and headline-chasing journalism. It reminds us to pause, to question, and to demand evidence before we pass judgment. Because in the end, respect for titles, for people, for truth.